Nessa Sunshine here, and today I'm getting into this look, focusing on the eyes with the Abh Sultry palette. So I did a tutorial with the Sultry Vault, and if you happen to get that vault for the holidays, well, here is another look. Really simple, easy to do, nice and glam. If you want to get this look, subscribe to my channel, and let's get into the tutorial. The first shade I'll be getting into is Birch, and I'll be using the NABLA Amethyst Gem Brush N302. I'm rolling this fluffy brush into Birch a few times, tapping off the excess. I already have the NARS Soft Matte Concealer on my eyes. And I'm going to take this in the outer edge of my brow bone kind of crease area in swiper motions. Like I say, I'm using fast motion, but I'm using light pressure. And I'm just using the edge of this brush right now just to get some dimension right in this area. Brow bone, crease, outer corner. And I'm going to bring it forward into the center right underneath the arch of the brow. And then I'm gonna continue forward. I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. Next, I'll be getting into the shade Dystopian and the same NABLA Amethyst brush. Instead of rolling the brush into the shadow, I'm going to tap the tip of the brush in the palette, tap off the excess. As I look forward, I'm taking the tip into the outer corner, the mobile part of the eyelid, so the part that moves. And I'm moving in swiper motion back and forth, and then I'm moving up into the crease in a continuous swiper motion, and I'm using a bit more pressure than I did previously when I applied Birch, and I think I need to add just a bit more, so I'm going to tap, 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 tap in the pan with the tip of the brush, tap off the excess. I really want to apply this a little bit more, and I'm just using the tip in swiping motion, kind of moving toward the center of the mobile lid now. And I'm moving up into the outer corner crease. I'm now moving in large circular motions with the tip of this brush, and I'm applying even more pressure. And I'm moving in toward the inner middle part of the eyelid, and then back out. And then I'm going to use the edge of this brush, and in swiper motions I'm just blending a little bit more. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. It's shimmer time, and I'll be getting into the shade Ember, and I'll be using the NABLA Amethyst brush N203. I'm really swiping into the shimmer, fully coating this brush. Like, I probably swiped it 20 times just now. Then what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and spray. It doesn't matter what spray you use, just as long as you kind of wet the brush so that the loose sort of shimmer-like texture of ABH shimmers kind of solidifies a bit. So now what I'm going to do is, as I look down, I'm going to start to swipe. And I'm swiping from the center, holding my brush horizontally and using the edge, flatter part of the blending brush, and I'm swiping out. I'm going to go back to the brush that I used before. I didn't add any additional shadow to this brush. I'm just using this to blend out the edges of this really pretty shimmer shade. We're doing sort of this like bronze. Is it even bronze? Is it like a brown metallic? What is a brown metallic? What color is that? Bronze? It's a little deeper than bronze. I don't even know what it's called. Like an antique. So I'm basically just blending this out. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add Ember to the other side, and then we'll get into another shimmer for shimmer time. Jazz hands. The next shimmer I'll be getting into is Pearl, and I'll also be using the NABLA Amethyst N201 brush. I've already swiped this brush into Pearl many a time, and I've sprayed it with some spray. So now I also tapped it off a little for whatever reason. Even though I sprayed it, there could be some loose shimmer, and I don't want the loose shimmer going everywhere, which is what happened right there. So with Pearl, I'm going to take this into my inner corner. And then I'm going to take my brush that I used before, and then I'm going to just sort of diffuse from that inner part into the other part. Actually, I'm going to add liner because of the type of lash style I'm gonna do today, so I'm gonna need a little tiny wing, just a little bit, and I'll explain why. But I want to let you know that I did add the Maybelline Tattoo Studio, I think it's just black, oh, deep onyx, their liner, and I've added that into the tight line. I just didn't want to film that because it's awkward. Now I'm going to be adding, before I do my liner, and I'll explain why I do the liner and why I decided to do it anyway, is the BFF Cream Gel Liner, which okay, I don't think I'm gonna make like a favorites of 2020. The BFF Cream Gel Liners from Colourpop. I think I've used this particular product in whatever color for the majority of my looks throughout the year, so this is definitely the winner if there were to be a winner. So anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and apply this, and this is in the shade Overboard. So it kind of matches that really pretty shimmer we applied to our eyes. So this is definitely more bronzy. It's really, really pretty. It looks a bit darker when you're like looking straight forward, but as you look down, I don't know if you can tell, it has like this really pretty bronze color. So for a liner, for wing liner, I'm going to use the Kyliner in black. It's a felt tip, super easy to use. And the reason I'm going to do this is because for my Makeup Miracle moment, I am going to do my lashes. I'm going to apply mascara with the Maybelline Sky High Mascara, but I'm also going to be applying partial false lashes. So this is the Lilly Lash Miami Flare, but it's just the front part cut sort of in half. So since I am popping this onto the outer corner, having that tiny touch of black liner creates just a little bit of a lift so that you can pop on the partial lash, and then the lash is also sort of lifted and like whew, winged out. So yes. For the partial wing liner, I like to go from the outer part and then move like I'm moving into a straight line. From the mid part of the eye, I'm moving in a straight line out. So it's giving a lift to the lash line. And then I start to fill in a little. And then I go from the outer corner and I add the wing. Or I try to add the wing. I might have to clean this one up. And then sort of build it up a little bit. Then I'm just gonna clean up the edge, and this brush is a NABLA N101 brush from the Amethyst collection as well. Before I have the full Makeup Miracle moment, I am going to add some shadow to the lower lash line. So I'm going to use the NABLA N204 brush, and this is from the Ruby Gem Brush collection. I'm going to get into both Dystopian and Birch, so I'm taking the tip of this brush, and I'm just going to go back and forth and tap the shade into both. Tap the brush into both shades. Tap off the excess. And then I'm going to go from the outer corner and move in to the lower lash line. And then I think I'm going to use my brush that I set my powder with. I'm going to kind of push it a little, and I'm going to just blend underneath into the outer corner where I have my wing. I will be adding, like I said before, mascara and lashes, so we'll have a Makeup Miracle moment. I'll add the clipped part of the Lilly Lash Miami Flare, the front part, and then the Sky High mascara from Maybelline. So I'll go ahead and do that off camera, and then I'll come back and we'll get into what lip I'm going to be wearing with this eye look in a Makeup Miracle moment. Hello, Makeup Miracle moment has occurred. For lips today, I'm getting into a combination. So I'm going to get into the Kylie Cosmetics Risque Liner and the Ladies First Dose of Colors lip. And that completes this look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you are not subscribed already, and I will see you next time. Bye. Bye now.